Hey guys, it's Josh and Nick, and we thought we'd just take some time to answer how the market is. We get asked that all the time, or what's another common
People are
comment?
like, you guys must love the market right now. You're just making lots of money selling a lot of houses, but it's not quite that easy. There's a lot of challenges. It's an interesting market.
Yeah, definitely, it's definitely complicated in a lot of different ways, and probably I guess the question that we're going to be asked is, well, houses are selling quickly. Um, why would you guys say it's difficult or complicated?
So, the market is somewhat the same in that you put a house on the market. We do our marketing things and get showings through. The difference is that the number of showings has increased for the most part, as well as offers. So we're having to weed through more offers, explain them to our clients a little better to help them figure out what's going to be the best for them. Whether it's monetarily or the best settlement date or the best overall package. Whatever is the best. So we are spending more time there doing those things. So it's not just reviewing an offer and helping them move on, negotiate past that.
And it's sometimes hard to decipher which offer might make the most sense for them because, things do come up sometimes through the process with the borrower or something like that. But it's also, it's not always just about dollars and cents. There's other pieces to the puzzle as well. That's on the selling side. On the buying side, if there's multiple offers, that means there's multiple buyers. And we're writing, I don't know how many offers on average for buyers. I have a couple that were in the 7 mark, and they're writing awesome offers. 10 years ago, I would have loved their offers. The sellers would have loved their offers. But it's just a different market. It's a different time. What are you seeing as far as even what are some of the things going into some of the offers?
It's again it trying to chat with the listing agent and see what's important to the seller, because sometimes it is about money, sometimes it's about a rent back or better settlement time frame or whatever fits them the best. So I think it's important to work with the other agents and know what is important to them or to their seller, in getting that in there, and then just trying to do some of the things that we do to help make it a little sweeter or get things a little bit more presentable, tweak things here and there.
Yeah, and there's so many different moving pieces, and every situation is so different, whether it's the buyer or financial situation or anything. If you were a buyer, and we have multiple buyers that we're working with right now coming into this market, what do you think is the most important thing, even if they're thinking 3 months from now or 6 months from now that they're going to, looking at making a move? What are some things that you would suggest as a buyer to be doing?
As of right now, even if you're not currently ready to react, I would say keep an eye on the market. We can set you up on, on the listings of where the areas that you're thinking about, that way you can kind of keep an eye on the market, see what things you're liking and where they're kind of selling at. I also don't advise that if where your approval amount is, you want to be looking a little bit below that to give you some of that room to be able to increase your offer price, or again, just talk with us and let us know what other things we could do to make that deal a little sweeter. Put a little extra money in the seller's pocket, even if it's not raising that sale price.
Yeah, that's very good advice. The only other thing that I think I would add too is save money. Cash is still king. It truly is. Cash goes a long way in a whole bunch of different ways. It has been tough. We're starting to see it, but it has been tough for the first-time home buyers specifically. Doing FHA or VA loans, it's been tough. We have started to see some of that filter through here. What about interest rates? What are we seeing with interest rates right now?
They're definitely on the increase. From where we were at before in the low 2s to 3s, where people were really getting some great interest rates. The change has been drastic, but it's, in my opinion, it's making things a little bit more difficult for those buyers just because of what we were comparing it to before. In the grand scheme of things, it's not at a bad interest rate. It's just not the 2s to 3s that we were seeing before. So That does change your monthly payment, and it is, meaning more money out of your pocket. And make sure that you're staying in touch with your lender to see where your interest rates are at, to make sure that you're not pricing yourself out of where you were once approved at. It could change your approval amount, or your monthly payments could be different.
Very true, very true. I think one of the things too, I think I was very frustrated how quickly the interest rates jumped. We all knew that it was coming. It just, the Band-Aid ripped off even sooner than the Fed was there. Long term though, it brings stability in our marketplace, and that's what needs to happen. It's great as a seller when your home values are going up crazily, but it also becomes unaffordable in so many different manners. And so, in trying to keep it in perspective, we want to see that balance in our marketplace. We don't need to see the 15 to 20% value increases in some parts of the country that they are seeing, and we've even experienced here over the last two years. That's crazy numbers. 7's usually our high, so seeing double digits like we are, it's just crazy. So
Agreed.
Is there anything else maybe we can share at this time, or anything else that we talk about?
Not really. Just like I said, with the buyer, make sure you're talking with your lender, putting as much money away as you can. The bigger the down payment also looks good to the seller, and just working towards that. As far as sellers, you're probably going to get good money for your home, but I still believe that having your home prepared to be listed is still key for that. Getting it presentable and putting your best foot forward is still key for them to get the most dollar amount for that.
All right, and that's continues to be wise, especially you never know how and when the market's going to shift. It's usually like we point back, being in this business now 17 plus years. I remember when the shift happened, and it was an abrupt shift in some ways, but in other ways it wasn't. And so it's always historic pointing back. That's when this happened, or we saw the bottom at this happen. And I don't think we're going to see a drastic fall just because there's so much cash, but there is going to be a shift. There is going to be a little bit more, hopefully, leveling of playing fields between buyers and sellers, and preparing your home is smart. Saving money as a buyer, once again, is so key. So if you guys do have questions, we're always, feel free to message us, email us, call us, text us. Is there any other sources that we should mention in there?
Smoke signal, whatever.
Smoke signals, that works as well. We're happy to talk, have conversations. Oftentimes we have buyer and seller consultations, meaning that we sit down with the buyers and just have conversations about what their goals are, the time frames, all that kind of fun stuff as well. So it's never too soon to plan, in maybe 5 years down the road might be a little soon, but never too soon. So thanks, guys. Have a great day.
Thank you.
See ya.